Good morning, everybody. I am in Jackson, Tennessee, getting loaded with some empty soda cans. I don't know what kind. I'm taking this all the way up to Hillside, New Jersey for a Thursday afternoon delivery. Thursday at 3. I'm going to try to get in at 2. Get it off and try to get another load, head it out Midwest, Ohio, Indiana, or Illinois for a Monday the 10th delivery. So we'll see if that happens. I will update you along the way. Hey everybody. So I just finished the day 2 of my load from Tennessee up to Hillside, New Jersey. Picked it up in Jackson, Tennessee. And the load was pretty good. It's actually White Claw, empty White Claw cans, berry flavor, going up to Hillside, New Jersey. And then what they'll do is store them there and then take them to the place where they get filled, and then they'll take them to the distribution center, and then the distribution center will take them to the end user, the stores or bars. But I'm pretty tired. It's been a long 2 days, and I got about 5 hours left until I go up to deliver. And I'll be there tomorrow about 2 o'clock. And then we got a backhaul from east side of Pennsylvania, I think Edison, Pennsylvania, over to Michigan City, Indiana. So that will allow me to go home Friday. I'll pick that up Friday morning. I'll go home Friday back to Columbus. And then on Monday, I'll deliver the Michigan City, Indiana load. And then I'll get another load after that. That'll finish the week because the pay ends on Monday. So the week starts Tuesday, ends on Monday. And then, so I'll tell you all the gross and everything like that after I deliver Michigan City, Indiana. And it's 2 loads this week, and it's still going to be right around my average. So less hours driving, less miles driving, but making the same amount of money. So that's pretty good. All right, gang. Well, I just wanted to, I stopped in Virginia, kind of about the halfway point, 666.9 miles from when I picked up, and I got about 430 miles left, so a little bit less, or a little bit more than halfway. I'm sorry, I have 334 miles left. So 5 hours and 25 minutes tomorrow. So, and then that will be it for this trip from Jackson, Tennessee to Hillside, New Jersey. So, not much to say. Nothing really is going on other than that. The truck is doing well. I did have the truck in the shop back in July, the last week of July, and that was just, oh my goodness. I took it in, told them, hey, there's 3 things wrong. There's a check fault light on, my AC quit working, and my belts are squealing. So I took it in on Tuesday. They came back and said that it was the motor for the AC, which I understood. And then they had to get tensioners and a new belt put on. And I asked them, well, what about the check engine or the check fault light, the engine fault light? And they said, well, that wasn't on. And they checked the codes and there's no open codes. So I told the guy, I said, look, it was on. Can you do a parked region and just make sure that nothing comes on? He said no, because there's no light on. So there's no sense of doing that. So I said, okay. So they put the motor in for the AC on Thursday. Mind you, I picked the truck, or I brought the truck in Tuesday before noon. And they were done with the AC unit Thursday morning when I called, and then they said, oh, there's the guy that test drove the truck realized that there's a belt loose. I was like, I know, that's why I brought it in. So they evidently forgot to do that. So then they had to go back and do that. And then I picked it up. My wife and my son drove me to the place after she got out of work, which it's 45 minutes, but still, you work all day, you don't want to go and take somebody to the shop. And so anyway, I get in the truck and I start her up, and I yell for my son Jackson to come and ride shotgun to attach the trailer. So he comes over and he's all happy and everything, and then I look down and check engine light comes on. Check fault light comes on. I was so upset. Poor guy. I told him, we gotta get out of here. We hurry. He hurried as fast as he could get out of the truck and got the foreman. Told him, it took 2 days for you guys to fix the AC unit. Now what? And he said he's going to stay with the truck until it's done Thursday night. Call me back. It said it's going to be about $1,500 more. Said, yeah, fix it. We got to fix it. So Friday morning I called and said, hey, what's the update with the truck? Is it done? They're like, well, they're regenning it now. I'm like, but the foreman told me yesterday he's going to stay with the truck until it's done. The guy on the phone said, hey, he was here till 1:30 and we close at midnight. I was like, I don't care if he's there till 6 a.m. He said he'll be there until it's done. That means regen, test drive, it's done, ready for me to pick up. So it doesn't get done until like noon on Friday. So luckily we found a load Friday that I was able to pick up at 5 p.m. So I went and got that load, and it was just a disaster. So I figure I'll just wait till now. Been on the road for 2 weeks, no problems. I do have to go in for a PM though. They did not change the oil while I was in there, and it's coming about due, so I'll do that Friday. So I'll touch base with you later. Have a good one. Hey everybody. Man, I am in a great mood this morning. But let me tell you about the delivery yesterday. And this is the delivery in Hillside, New Jersey. The load that I picked up on Tuesday from Tennessee, from Jackson, Tennessee. And I delivered it Thursday, yesterday. My appointment time was at 3 p.m. So I got there at 1:47 p.m. hoping to get in and be able to unload. But I got there and they have so much security. You drive in and you check in to this security, and then there's security people in their own cars. There's not a security shack or anything like that. Security check guard shack. It's just they're in their cars. So I'm like, what the heck? So I stop and they're like, what are you doing? I'm like, well, I have a trailer, I'm in a truck, I'm driving in, so therefore I'm delivering. So but anyway, I wasn't rude like that, but I told him, hey, I got a delivery of White Claw empty cans. He's like, okay, just go up and then you'll see the receiving on the right. So I go up, it took 10 minutes for the receiver for me to get her attention. She was on her phone playing solitaire, important stuff. Okay. So then she radios somebody and says, hey, you need to go back to the security guy you came from. I'm like, okay. So I go back to the security guy and I was like, hey, I was just at receiving. They told me to come see you. Like, see me? Why? And I was like, I don't know. So he's like, well, let me see your paperwork. So I did, and I was like, it's White Claw, empty cans. He's like, oh, yeah, you don't want to go there. You want to go down this road, make a left, make a right, and then go see the other security guy that's in a car. I'm like, okay. So I go do that. And then, so now it's 2:05. And that security guy says, okay, this lady here, who's an employee, is going to take you to where you got to go. So I'm like, okay. So I travel, try and make small talk with her, and she just smiles, doesn't say anything. So I'm like, okay, maybe she doesn't speak English. So keep on going around this building and everything, and I'm like, I'm supposed to follow you the whole way, right? She's like, yeah. I was like, okay. So still following her, and then she realizes, I don't know where to go. I'm like, you don't know where to go? She's like, no, this is only my second day, and I'm late. I'm like, oh. So I'm like, okay, thank you. So I left her, and then found where I'm supposed to go, to the receiving area, and she was going to the same place, but I beat her there. So it's just common sense, people. And I guess I should took matters in my own hand and not follow her. But anyway, so I got to the right receiving place. Now it's 2:23. So right on my paperwork, I got there 2:23. I got there 1:47. But anyway, who cares? It's a half hour, I guess. So I gave her my paperwork, and she's like, okay, well, we have 2 people in the dock already, and we only have 2 free docks. I'm like, okay, well, I'm early anyway. And she smiled. Well, she smuckered, and I was like, what's up? And she's like, what time were you supposed to be here? I was like, well, my appointment's at 3. She's like, we don't run on appointments. I was like, you don't run on appointments? Seriously? So I could have been here yesterday, Wednesday, delivered. Because it's only 1,000 miles, but they had 3 days on the load. But the pay was so good that it was double my daily average for the 3 days. So I was like, yeah, I'll take that. But anyway, so I got there. So she took my phone number down, my name, told me, go ahead, go back to your truck, and we'll call you. So I'm like, okay. Well, then 3 o'clock comes, 40 minutes, and I know it only takes 40 minutes to unload 25 skids of this White Claw, because they got to turn the skids around and everything. And it's just like the empty soda cans I take, and it takes about 40-50 minutes. So, but there's 2 trucks in there. So they 3:30 comes along. Still, the trucks aren't out. 4 o'clock comes. The trucks aren't out, and another truck comes in and parks beside me and waits. and then walks in. Then another guy comes out with his paperwork, and the guy starts moving forward. I was like, hey, do you have a door? They're like, yeah, they told me to go in where this guy's coming out. And the guy was starting to come out. So I'm like, no, hold on. So I went to the guy and I was like, hey, I've been here since 1:47. And what's going on? So finally they put me in that door. I apologized to the other driver. He's like, that's all right. I understand. You were here first. It's okay. So I go in, and they haven't even started on the other truck. So I'm like, man, this takes 3 hours. So 6 o'clock comes by. Finally started on my truck. 8 o'clock, they have it done. They say I got there at 2:23, which they wrote on my paper. I said, fine, put out time at 8 o'clock. Sent the paperwork into the agent. She's trying to get me detention. Don't think it's going to come. But then exiting, the main truck road is closed. This is in Hillside, New Jersey. It's downtown residential community. And these aren't communities spread out. This is a community where all the houses are close together, all the roads are one-ways, streets and everything. So it says truck detour right. So I take a truck detour right into the residential area where people are parking on the street. You try and make a left-hand turn, you're going to clip a car and everything. And then I was going to go down this one street. This guy stopped, said, hey, another truck came down years ago and wiped down all the telephone lines. I'm like, oh, well, I'm not going down there. So, this community really helped me out. Shout out to Hillside, New Jersey for helping me out. That community, just Wolf Lane, all the people there that helped me out, moved cars for me, everything. They realized that was going on. I thank you very much for that. So then I went to the TA where I reserved a spot to $20 to sleep. That's all right. At least I got a parking spot. I think I had the last reserved parking spot anyway. So had a really good night's sleep. Woke up this morning before my alarm clock. Got up, and went to my pickup in Easton, PA. And the guy loaded me there real easy, real fast, about 35 minutes. Real nice gentleman. Talked to a really nice truck driver that came in after me. Tradewind.net, Tradewind Transportation, I believe. That driver was so nice. He actually had the mask on that I ordered. So we talked about that mask and everything. So that's what's happening with these masks. We stop and talk about them like it's a necessity now, and I guess it is. I guess I just order a bunch of different masks and go with my outfit and be like a female or something like that. But so and then I got loaded and then drove down to Carlisle, Pennsylvania, where I'm at Petro here doing a little 30-minute break because I got some pork chops. So they have really good pork chops at this Petro. And a lot of the other Petros too, but I think this one just has a different spice to it or something. I don't know. Maybe it's just because it's in PA. A lot of the food tastes different in PA. I don't know if it's because of the water or what, but I guess it wouldn't be using water for pork chops. But anyway, so I'll travel the rest of the way home, get a PM done, preventative maintenance done. That's oil change, filters, all that through the weekend. And Sunday I'll head back out, go up to Michigan City, Indiana, and then I have my whole week planned after that. So knock on some wood. Have some fake wood right here. Knock on that. So that my truck will last and do well. through it all. So that was my trip from Jackson, Tennessee, all the way up to deliver in Hillside, New Jersey, pick up Easton, PA. Now I'll finish you, or I'll come back to you on Monday when I deliver in Michigan City, Indiana, and I'll tell you what we have after that. Thanks for watching.